Hello and welcome to MIS-102, Management Information Systems. My name is Mike Menti and I'll be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. In this short video, we're going to go over our course syllabus as well as some of my expectations for this course. The syllabus that we're going to be going over directly in this video is just an abridged version of the full syllabus that you could find on the Canvas webpage. Our book is broken up into 4 modules. Chapters 1 through 3 are your foundations of MIS. If this is a new concept for you, you're going to be surprised that a lot of things in the first 3 chapters are familiar to you and you might already be using in your personal and professional life already. Chapters 4 through 6 talk about information technologies. 8 through 9 are using information systems for competitive advantage. Deliberately left out chapter 7 on there, and we'll talk about that when we get to it in the course topic. And chapter 10 through 12 are managing information resources. I have my contact information here. I'm not a local instructor to St. Francis. You won't be able to find me walking around campus, but please feel free to email me anytime you have any issues. If you have an urgent need or something comes up, I have my cell phone here. You could text or call me. If you text, just please put your name and what class you're in. If you require any accommodation based on a disability, please reach out to Miss April Fry. I have her contact information here, and let myself know. That way we can get whatever specific things you need to succeed in this course. I have my bio here on page 4, and this is also on our Canvas site as well. Page 5 has a course description. We do talk about a prerequisite, but if you haven't completed Comp Science 101, don't be alarmed. You'll be able to pick up MIS-102 exactly where we're at. The most important thing here is our book, Using MIS 2017. This is the 10th edition. If you don't have this book yet, you will not be able to get past week 1. I can't stress this enough. Please go out and get this book. Course conduct. This is an online course. We have no face-to-face meeting dates. I don't even have scheduled times where everybody has to be online at the same time. You could do this whenever, wherever, as long as you're meeting the deadlines. That being said, late excitements are not accepted. If something comes up in your life, I understand. Please reach out to me ahead of time. I'm going to run this just like I would run anything in my office at work. Deadlines are deadlines. We have to meet them. If we start pushing things back, that just dominoes down the line. But if things come up, I understand family circumstances, kids circumstances, life circumstances. Let me know ahead of time, and you and I will personally make an accommodation for this. Your syllabus has course outlines. This is a breakdown from each week and all the assignments you're going to be doing in that week. And this is the exact same thing that Canvas is going to be broken down with. And we'll look at our Canvas homepage at the end of this video. We have readings, lecture responses, these are your discussion boards, weekly exercises, a final paper, and a final exam, as well as a brief Google Docs collaboration assignment. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are already using Google Docs to collaborate on other projects for classes, group assignments, group works, or even just study groups. Google Docs is turning into an ever more powerful and extremely useful tool in the academic and business sector. I want to talk about our discussion boards real quick. I expect you to have a post of 350 to 500 words. I don't want a whole dissertation about the topic. I want to know in your own words, your thoughts, your feelings, and to make sure you really understand the question at hand. Along with that, I want you to respond to at least 2 students, preferably more, but you need to respond to at least 2. I don't want one-sentence responses. I want you to really dive into your fellow students' responses, break their response down. I want to make sure everybody has a full understanding. In my personal opinion, I think the discussion boards are the most important part of an online course. We have the same material as anybody going to a brick and mortar class, but what we miss out is that day-to-day interaction, and the discussion boards really make up for that. I also have our assignment portions. This shows down each percentage of grade that your assignments are, as well as a grading scale. Academic honesty. This is incredibly, incredibly important. This is an online class. You're essentially working by yourself at home, on the go, wherever you are. Make sure everything you turn in is 100% your own work. If you cite something, cite it appropriately. Make sure Any outside information that is not your own thoughts, you're being accounted for. If you're caught cheating, if you're caught turning something in that's been turned in before, we will make sure you're held to the highest standard that St. Francis has. This is you're going to be your career. This is your education. Make sure everything you do is your own work. I really want to stress this next part. Anything you turn in, whether it's a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, I do expect a certain formatting on it. I have highlighted here an example of a file name. If you were going to turn in a Word document for the week 1 weekly exercise, I want it to be your last name and the name of the exercise. So mine would be Amenti week 1 weekly exercise .docx, or whatever program you're using to write your papers in. Additionally, at the top left-hand corner of your page, just page 1, I do expect a heading, and I want it to be in this format down here. First name, last name, MIS-102, Mr. Amenti, the assignment, and the date. The date is the date that you did it, as long as it's before the turn-in date. The reason I harp on this so much, in my career outside of teaching, I do quality assurance and ISO compliance. A lot of these little things seem trivial now, but when you get out into a business, and especially if you're working for a larger corporation, formatting is very, very important. I want to instill this into you early, that way when you go out into the big world, it's almost second nature. And then finally in the syllabus, we have the Franciscan Goals of Higher Education. I really invite you, if you haven't read through these, please take the time and read them. This is what sets St. Francis apart from any other college or university. The first sentence here really just sums it up. The Franciscan Goals of Higher Education are the cornerstone of an education at St. Francis University and will be used as a standard of conduct for the course instructor as well as the students. These 2 pages in the syllabus is what I base it off, and I want you to base it off. This is why we go to St. Francis. This is what sets us apart. This is what makes this place very special. Quickly, we're going to look at the Canvas homepage. This is the instructor side. It's going to look slightly different from yours, but I really want to highlight the Start Here. So your first week of this course, you're going to be doing the Start Here assignments as well as week 1. So it's going to be a lot, but they're short assignments, and a lot of it is going to be very easy for you. Start here, hey, watch this video. You're doing this already. Second, I'm going to harp again. If you don't have the book, make sure you get it. The link to the bookstore is here, and I also have a link that you can lease it if you really need it immediately and you didn't buy it yet. We do have our first discussion. I want you to introduce yourself, answer all the questions of the discussion. Number 4 here, these are ungraded assignments. If you have not taken an online course before, or if you've not taken an online course in Canvas, these could be really helpful for you to help navigate turning in assignments and doing quizzes online. Like I said, they don't count toward your grade, but I do expect you to do them. After that, continue on to your week 1 assignments, and I look forward to hearing from more of you in the class.